evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. I am the host for South Carolina Weather, Justin Peterson. Let's talk about the weather for your Sunday evening going into the rest of your week. We have a bunch to unpack, especially for the weekly forecast for June the 23rd through June the 29th. We have a lot to unpack, so let's go and get this started. So, looking at the radar right now, we do have some showers just to the north of Lancaster and some showers and heavy downpours going through Orangeburg right now. And if we move our way up, because that's all that's happening inside of South Carolina, but as we always say, that's not it. Especially for the entire United States, we have a lot more to unpack in terms of that. And we have a bunch. I mean, when I say a bunch, we have a bunch of other stuff to talk about. And that is, even down here in Florida, we do have some showers and downpours going on down there. We also do have some rain as well going on, obviously, inside the Carolinas and Virginia. Severe thunderstorm watch going through Pennsylvania and New York, as well as some heavy rain and even a tornado watch up there inside of. Oh, okay. So even a tornado watch, even up there inside the Northeast as well. Flood watch is going through all up there inside the Northeast. Even over here inside the West, we're starting to see some more precipitation start off over there, and as well as over there in southern portions of Montana. Do we also have some rain? Even tornado warnings up there in Canada. So severe weather going on in a lot of places. Not really anything going on, luckily, inside South Carolina in terms of severe weather, but we do have something that we might have to watch for tomorrow, and I will talk about that in a second, so stay with me. As we look at our cloud cover for right now, cloud cover really only showing just some isolated low cloud slash fog going through the just to the east of Augusta and towards Savannah. That's what we're watching for in terms of cloud cover. And the for future cloud cover for our future, we push this forward. You're not really seeing anything too bad at all until we get to around later tonight, where we probably will have the entire state covered by cloud cover. Going to tomorrow morning, most of that cloud cover will eventually leave as we go into our Monday morning tomorrow. It will again mainly leave, and then as we go on, start to see kind of like this little storm system that's trying to push into the upstate and is pushing its way down south through South Carolina and bringing cloud cover and storms. We will talk about that in a probably soon in like a couple of minutes. Here is our current temperatures right now: 89 inside of Columbia, 80 inside of Charleston, 80 in Myrtle Beach, 82 in Savannah, 91 still in Augusta, 89 in Anderson, 89 in Greenville, 86 in Rock Hill, 88 in Bennettsville, 86 Florence, 88 in Sumter. So you can kind of see actually that the more cooler temperatures are actually towards the coast, and the upstate and the Midlands are actually still seeing those very hot temperatures even now. So still very hot temperatures going on up there inside of the Midlands and the upstate. Low temperatures for tonight, even though it is still hot up there, still will be lower than it is and than the coast. Low temperatures around 75 in Columbia, 75 in Moncks Corner, 78 in Charleston, 75 in Walterboro, 78 in Hilton Head Island, 78 in Georgetown, 79 in Myrtle Beach, 75 in Spartanburg and Greenville, and Anderson and Rock Hill, 75 in Sumter, and 76 inside of Kingstree and Florence. Here is our forecast precipitation for the next 24 hours. Again, this is widespread shower activity for the next 24 hours. So this goes through tomorrow and into tomorrow night. We'll talk about that in a second, but still, seems like the most precipitation seems to fall over there near, pretty much kind of near the Myrtle Beach region. Potentially see maybe even a half an inch over there. Maybe even in the Charleston area, around a quarter of an inch. Same thing with Moncks Corner and the whole Tri-County region. Tenth of an inch for Walterboro, quarter of an inch for Georgetown, hundredth of an inch for Sumter and Columbia, Camden and Cheraw. Around a tenth to a quarter of an inch. Aiken a tenth, and Barnwell a tenth. Same thing with Hilton Head Island. Obviously, this is not going to be exact. You could get more, you could get less, you may get none. It just really determines on where those showers and storms want to develop along that line that passes us. So let's go and talk about, well, actually, let me talk about this real quick, and then we will continue through. So here is the SPC outlook for today. Okay, we are under a TSTM, so if any other showers get going tonight, there's a chance that it forms into a thunderstorm. That's pretty much all we know in terms of that. But tomorrow, we are under a marginal risk. Most of us, at least, is under a marginal risk of severe weather that includes pretty much Beaufort, Hilton Head, all the way up towards Columbia, all the way up into North Carolina. This includes pretty much all of the coastal regions of South Carolina is in this. The low country of South Carolina and PD region is all in this as well. So we're going to have to watch out for some isolated storms tomorrow. And it's not really a tornado or a hail risk, but mainly a wind threat. So wind gusts, again, in excess of like 65 miles per hour with these storms are possible as we go into tomorrow. So you're going to have to watch out for that. That can obviously change, though, as the night progresses and the models change up. But we'll get more of an understanding kind of like tonight. Here's our day one. Nothing for excessive rainfall for today, tomorrow, nothing for Tuesday, nothing for Wednesday, and nothing for Thursday. So we're good in terms of excessive rainfall and in terms of flooding. And then here's the tropical cyclone and disturbance map. As you can see, nothing really is happening in terms of tropical outlook. And actually, once this disturbance over here disappears, there's just a small chance that we could actually see no tropical weather outlooks. But again, that will change, especially it's the early season. It's only June. We still got to get through July. We still got to get through August. We still got to get through September. And we still got to get through October and November, really. So, but the main threat is, again, in between September and October. So those are the main months when the water is the hottest. But here it is. Again, here's just a little 10% risk of forming disorganized showers and thunderstorms continue in association with the low pressure area center just off the coast of Mexico near La Pesca. The low is expected to move inland within the next few hours, and the chance of tropical cyclone formation is decreasing. Regardless of development, heavy rainfall is likely to continue through tonight across portions of northeastern Mexico, leading into localized flooding. So, still have that chance of that excessive rainfall, especially down there for Mexico. But after this is gone, I don't think we'll have a single one. It might say what it said at the very beginning, where it said no tropical cyclone development is expected between the next 48 hours and 7 days. Unless that changes tomorrow and something happens, we obviously have that chance, but it's not seeming likely right now. So let's go and talk about the models for tomorrow's severe weather threat. We go into the models, the HRRR. And let me move over to, let's see if the 23Z have it. The 23Z should have it. It goes to 1 o'clock. That's actually a bit too early. So we're going to have to go to the 18Z instead. That's not the 18Z. All right, 18Z instead, because the 23Z is a bit too short. So we're going to go to here. And we're going to let this thing load up a little bit, and let's push this forward. So as we get into around 10 o'clock, you can already see showers and huge storms going through the Sumter, Manning, Orangeburg regions right now, and maybe even some isolated hail and some isolated gusty winds even up there in northern South Carolina as well. Again, this was forecasted around 3 o'clock, so this was forecasted again around that time. But as we get into around 2 o'clock, you start to see some showers and downpours up there in the Greenville-Spartanburg region. Around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe even 5, 6 o'clock near Rock Hill and Chester. But continuing it through, we'll get a nice break through the morning. Nothing really going on. But then as we get to around 1 o'clock, you can start to see some more showers pop up near Florence, Dillon, and just to the northeast of Charleston. And then here goes all of this thunderstorm development. Here's 3 o'clock. Start to see all these thunderstorms form near Sumter, Manning, Conway, just south of Florence as well. And then around 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock is when I really think that the showers and storms will probably get the strongest. Again, around 4 and 5 o'clock, showers push through all the way down through Moncks Corner, Somerville, Hanahan, all the way down through Beaufort and Hilton Head Island. And then as we continue this forward, around 7 o'clock, more showers come in behind it. 8 o'clock, another downpour coming through the Charleston region again. And then as we get to around 10 to 11, maybe even 12 o'clock, more showers, more storms get through the PD region, and then finally we'll be done around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, when all of these showers and storms will be gone. And looks like it will be kind of like a non-precipitous day going into our Tuesday. At least, well, that's what we can hope. But in terms of total precipitation, this is just a map from the ARRR. This is not an official. This is just a run. And I mean, right now they're seeing around maybe an inch or so near Manning. Same thing with Sumter, around close to an inch. Up here in Conway, Myrtle Beach, not much, around only a tenth of an inch. Charleston, maybe isolated spots to an inch. Same thing up here in western Dorchester County, around 3/10 of an inch. And down here, probably with the most rain, is down here near Savannah, around 1 to 2 inches. So we'll continue to monitor that and see what happens tomorrow and what the models say tomorrow. So don't take that exactly as it is. Now let's go on and talk about the future. So we are going to move on to the southeast. And as we move this forward, you can see as we move into the 24th, there goes those showers and storms gone. And then maybe even some on the 25th around late night. That's what the GFS says, though. And again, when we saw the ARRR wasn't firing them, and it was, again, a bit short. So we'll continue to watch and monitor for that. The 26th and the 27th, and maybe even the 28th as well, may also be more rain days. Same with the 29th, the 30th. And you see even some tropical development going on down here around June the 30th. June the 29th, somewhere around there. Some thunderstorms, and some of them could possibly even be severe on June the 30th, going through South Carolina. But then July the 1st and the 2nd, more rain just continues on through the coastal regions. June the 3rd is looking like it's going to be a nice day, and look at this. We were talking about probably some heavy rain going into July the 4th. Look at the models now. No rain is expected, they're saying, during July the 4th. So hopefully it stays that way, because I know, obviously, fireworks, obviously, things like outdoor barbecues and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully it stays rain-free for July the 4th, and let's hope that it keeps it like it is. And if it does have to rain, make it at least isolated. But continuing through July the 5th and the 6th, are coming back with more storms again, especially on July the 6th, and then everything else is a bit too far out to talk about, so we'll stop there. Let's go and talk about the weekly climate. So, in terms for the next 7 days, let me get my pen out because this is the most important part, probably. You can see, again, you can see the oranges, you can see the blues, and all that kind of stuff, so we're going to have some unsettled, not really too nice weather going on inside the northern United States, but look at this huge ridge going through the southern United States, pretty much all of the United States, not even southern, central, eastern, southern, western, except for maybe the Pacific Northwest. But this week will actually be pretty, I'd honestly say, pretty good in terms of, now obviously we'll see rain, we'll see all that kind of stuff, but in terms of like huge systems and in terms of huge severe weather makers and all that kind of stuff, and just rain in general, almost, you could almost say. Now we will still see drops of rain, but not like that, not like severe rain. So what I'm trying to say is that most of the United States is going to be nice and calm next week, which goes again through June the 23rd and June the 30th as well. So as we move, and we're going to erase all this, and we're going to go actually into temperatures now, see what the temperatures have. Again, pretty much painting what I was showing you earlier. Nice heat going through pretty much most of the United States, and then maybe even some below average temperatures again up there inside the Pacific Northwest and over there inside of Canada as well. And then as we erase it and go back into the 7-day precipitation anomaly map, South Carolina will actually see below average precipitation as we move into the next 7 or so days. That's not really going to help the drought problem, especially for up here inside the upstate and the Midlands, where they've been seeing barely little to no rain. Low country of South Carolina has seen probably off and on showers today and probably a bunch of rain. But in terms of the upstate and the Midlands, who has not seen rain in a while or in a hot minute, some has not seen rain in 7 days, maybe even more than that. That's not a good thing at all, especially for the drought conditions. So again, here is our below average for South Carolina, and then kind of some above average rain down there in southern Texas, even up here inside of the northeast going to the Great Lakes and the north central U.S. Start to see some more above average precipitation, and even over here inside the Rockies above average, and over here in the west kind of below average to near average. So that's pretty much that, and I don't really think there's anything else to go over in terms of that. I don't see anything else. So we talked about precipitation, we talked about temperatures, we were going to be above average. So that's pretty much all I have to say in terms of this week's forecast. So let's go and talk to the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. 10 people watching and 8 likes. Let's get those last 2 people to hit that like button for us. And if you have not already, and we have more than 10 people watching, go on and hit that like button. So here's our chats. Miss Anthony says, good evening, weatherman. Good evening to you. Miss Oliver says, hi, I'm back. Hi, hello. I haven't seen you in a couple of days, so I was wondering when you were going to come back. My cousin says, hi, Joseph, how was your day? It was good. Are we still inside of a drought? They have not updated it. They update it every 7 days, but again, if you want to look at it one last time or one more time, here it is again. D1 drought, yes, again, mainly northwestern Berkeley County and eastern Dorchester County, and up here in Clarendon County, as well as central Clarendon County and southern Sumter counties is under a D1 drought. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I do think that the D1 drought will probably likely diminish, if not shrink, for especially areas in the low country of South Carolina, but I think it will increase inside of the Midlands and the upstate of South Carolina, maybe even the PD region as well. We'll continue to monitor and see what happens there. But that's just my prediction. That's preliminary. I can obviously be wrong. But in terms of droughts, I really do think that there's a chance that the D1 drought down here in the low country could shrink, and the one up there, and there will probably be one that forms up there inside the Midlands and the upstate. So we have awesome meteorologist, thank you, and then hello Jay, you are doing a great job. Keep striving. You're doing a great job, thank you. And then Mike Laras is thankful for the rain. That's the truth. Because yesterday at my house I got 1.13 inches of rain, and today I got a half an inch. So that's like 1.6 inches of rain in just 2 days. That's very good. And our sprinklers came on yesterday morning as well. They also waters the grass, so they are definitely watered good enough, especially for right now. So we'll continue to monitor the drought process and see what happens. There, also make sure about your plants as well. If you have any outside plants, make sure that you are also watering them as well. And nothing really to do with outdoors, but also indoor plants, because indoor plants' lives matter too, just as much as outdoor plants. So make sure that you guys get those watered as well. So before we do our San Antonio and Raleigh forecast, I do want to talk about one more thing. And I was thinking about this. I was talking about these temperatures down here, because these week's temperatures are probably going to cause some heat advisories inside of South Carolina. But we talked about this a bit on Thursday, and I do think that this could potentially be some life-threatening heat, especially for some heat stroke. Especially heat stroke as well. Could potentially be something that we may have to watch for. So as we go into tomorrow, you see high temperatures, again around the 90s, nothing really too bad. High 90s for some up there inside the upstate and the Midlands, but we've seen 90-degree temperatures. But as we go into Tuesday, you start to see, okay, we have some 104-degree temperatures near Walterboro, Sutterville, down there towards Allendale as well. 99 over there inside of Columbia, 98 inside of Conway, 97 inside of Greenwood as well. So again, we've seen these before. Nothing that we have not seen before. But as we continue and we move into We move into Wednesday, I believe. Yes, we move into Wednesday. Look at these high temperatures for Wednesday. The entire state, maybe except for the coast, because the coast is always stabilized by the water, but maybe a couple, like the entire state that's not near the water. Even up there in the mountains, it could be 95 to higher in the 100 for most of us. Hey, but that's not all, because as we get into Thursday, temperatures start to die down just a tiny bit, but we're not done because on Friday, more temperatures trying to get back into the 100. Saturday, more temperatures back into the 100s. Even next week, Sunday, temperatures can also be back into the 100s. So we'll continue to watch for that, but I would really recommend that if you have to get any sort of outdoor work done before Tuesday and Wednesday, I would get it done definitely tomorrow because that's going to be probably the coolest out of all the days. Maybe except for Thursday and Friday, that might be a bit of an exception. Maybe Thursday, but again, I would get it done tomorrow because it's going to be even hotter as you get into Tuesday and Wednesday. So those are our last little bit of weather. My mom says my wallet appreciates the rain, so we can cut back on the sprinkler system. Yes, I was thinking about it last night as well because I was in the bed and I was thinking I probably should see if those sprinklers cut off or not, or if they're off or not. But honestly, the alarm was already set. I just went to sleep and then I woke up and I looked at the fence because when the fence usually still has like a little bit of water like droplets on them. I look and I'm like, oh, they ran last night and an inch fell literally yesterday. So I mean, again, we'll just continue to monitor for the rain as well, and we probably can cut them off tonight. Actually, I don't even think they come on tonight. I think they come on. I think I'm trying to think to Tuesday morning. So they won't come on tonight. They shouldn't at least. But anyways, off of sprinkler talk, let's actually talk about weather and get off of sprinkler talk. Down here for San Antonio and Raleigh. So let me move into the HRRR. And let me move into composite reflectivity. And let's go and, oh, this is 0Z. Let's go and get this started. This little thing to load up. So as we go into tonight, nothing for tonight in terms of precipitation. As we go into tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, same thing. Maybe some tomorrow evening, maybe just a couple of droplets going through. It looks like it might try to go towards your north though, so you might get lucky in terms of that. If you don't need the rain, if you need the rain, then that's unlucky for sure. Let's talk about temperatures. So I already got my little tool out, so let's go into temperatures. You know how the temperatures are if you've been here for a while. Temperatures takes a little while to load, but again, it's the best that, at least in my opinion, one of the best, even though it takes a while to load. But think about it like this: it takes a while to load because it is the best, and it's trying to give you the best output and the best quality that it can. So that's all I can say. Anyways, moving into tonight, low temperatures around 76, and then as we go through tomorrow afternoon, temperature is probably around 94, 95, and as you go into tomorrow, low temperatures around 77, and then 2 o'clock on Tuesday, temperatures will be around in 90. So let's move up here towards. Again, here's some of these temperatures as well if you want to see them. This is for Tuesday, 2 o'clock, in the 100s in places again, like Walterboro, Somerville, all the way over here towards Allendale and Barnwell. The places that we've been talking about for Tuesday, that's just what it is. So moving into Raleigh, North Carolina, as you go into tonight, low temperatures around 76, and then as you go into tomorrow, high temperatures in around 97. So it's going to be really hot tomorrow. Tomorrow night, lows around 72, and then around 2 o'clock on Tuesday, it's around 91. So let's talk about precipitation up here for Raleigh, and then we'll talk about severe weather. And then I think that's all that we will have, unless we have any more questions. Again, because it's going to be a very impactful week, mainly for the severe weather tomorrow, and the temperatures as well. It's going to be hot as we go into this week as well. So temperature-wise, let's move our way back. Or say precipitation-wise. Precipitation-wise, up here inside of Raleigh, probably some rain, even as we go into around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe. And then as we go into, or maybe even around the late morning hours as well. And again, I don't see anything else in terms of that. Tomorrow evening, nothing for there either, and nothing for the next couple of days. All right, he says your feed is going out. I saw like a little yellow text earlier, but it's gone now, so it should be fine now. I don't think anything else should be happening. So that is for precipitation for Raleigh. And then up here into the single site radar and turning it into severe weather. Nothing for today or tomorrow in terms of Raleigh or San Antonio. I mean, you do have a chance for some sort of TST, like a TSTM again. Some thunderstorms up there possible in Raleigh. Nothing for severe weather for y'all too. Again for Raleigh, San Antonio, again for tomorrow. Same thing for day 3. And again, just some thunderstorm possible up there for Raleigh for the next 3 or so days. Same thing for not the same thing for San Antonio. Nothing for y'all for the next 3 days, 1 through 8 days, I should say. Nothing for excessive rainfall as well as we go through today, tomorrow, or just the next couple of days in general. So that's that. Let's talk about your weather news, and then we're going to head out. So moving on, let's go to weather.gov and see what the regular news is. Let's see, you got severe weather in southern Northeast. We talked about that. Intense heat in the mid-Atlantic and portions of the West. Severe thunderstorms and heavy rainfall are likely across portions of the Northeast. An intense heat wave will continue across the mid-Atlantic, where record high temperatures are likely, as well as inside the West. Triple-digit high temperatures are possible in central and southern California, Arizona, and Utah. Monsoon-like conditions are likely to produce isolated flash floodings in the Four Corners region. So if you know anybody in any of those areas that I just called out and what they're called out for, let them know that that's on the way to them. Very hot temperatures in the central U.S. Severe weather going on in the Northeast tonight. Maybe very high temperatures in the West, and same thing for the Mid-Atlantic as well. And we'll get our heat later this week. So that's pretty much that. See if we have anything else. So the chat, you're going in and out. Okay, well, I'm about to head out anyway. So if it's good now, it'll probably be fine hopefully it will be fine. It's been going good for like the past couple of days and past couple of weeks, I should say. It's been going good. So that's seems to be the issue that we're going to have to fix on the long term as well, not just like a short term issue as well. But 11 likes, so that's a great number to end off with today. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and the share button as well if you have not already. And also make sure you guys hit the like button if you have not already. If you're on the video form, make sure that you do the same thing as well, not just for the live recording people. But that's all that I have. So I'm going to turn it over to the live radar. 127 subscribers. We gained a subscriber today. So thanks to that person, whoever that was that did that. And I'm going to head out. So everyone have a fantastic rest of your Sunday evening. And I will be back again tomorrow morning with another forecast update. Hey!